SciSAR classes. Join SciSAR classes and fulfill your dream.
Hello guys, this is the second session for our chapter Ionic Equilibrium. Before starting to discuss about the second session, let's revise the concept which we have discussed in the first lecture or in the first session. In the first session, we talk about the first concept, that is the equilibrium. There are two types of equilibrium, the physical equilibrium and the chemical equilibrium. Then we talk about ionic species. Ionic species are nothing but the salts, acid and bases. They are generally substances when dissolved in water. They dissociate into the cation and anion. Then we talk about the strength of acid and base on the basis of degree of dissociation alpha. And later on we talk about the classification of acid and bases. To do a classification of acid and bases, we go through the various concepts. First of all, classical concept. In a classical concept, acid and bases are classified on the basis of their physical property. Second thing is that the concept of Arrhenius. Arrhenius says that the substance which donates the H plus ion in an aqueous solution is acid, and the substance which gives OH minus ion in an aqueous solution is a base. Then we talk about the Lowry-Bronsted concept. Lowry-Bronsted says that the substance having the ability to donate the H plus ion is acid, and the substance which having the ability to accept the H plus ion is a base. Then we talk about the conjugate acid base pair, for example HCl and Cl minus ion. These are the species which form from each other by mutual loss and gain of H plus ion. And finally we talk about the concept given by the Lewis. Lewis said that the substance which having ability to donate the lone pair of electron is a base, for example NH3, and the substance which having the ability to accept the lone pair of electron is a base, acid, for example BF3. Today we are going to talk about the classification of acid and bases depending on their degree of ionization. So, depending on the degree of ionization, acid and bases are of two types, strong and weak. Strong acid and base, weak acid and base. HCl, NaOH. HCl is an example of strong acid. HCl dissociates almost completely at H plus plus Cl minus, and NaOH dissociates at the Na plus OH minus. So we can simply say that the acid or base will dissociate almost completely into their ion, the strong acid and base, and the acid like the acidic acid CH3COH, and base like the NH4OH. When you look out their dissociation, the dissociation will be in less extent. CH3CO minus H plus and NH4 plus OH minus. The dissociation of weak acid and weak base is given by the reversible arrow. This is for the expression of the weak acid and base, and this is for the expression of the strong acid and base. Now we are going to discuss about the types of acid and bases depending on the extent of dissociation. The acid HCl dissociates almost completely. The base NaOH also dissociates almost completely into its corresponding ion. That's why it is called a strong acid and base. The dissociation of strong acid and base is indicated by the only single forward arrow. This is the symbol to indicate the strong acid and base. At the right hand side, the weak acid and base. The acid or the base, acid like the acetic acid, and the base like the ammonium hydroxide is dissociating a less extent. They are given by the reversible arrow. It is called the weak acid and base. So let's talk about the concept of dissociation constant. But before discussing about the dissociation constant, one must know about the concept of equilibrium constant. In 11th standard, we already learned about a concept of law of mass action, and the law of mass action leads to the new concept of equilibrium constant. Let's revise it shortly. Suppose AB is a substance dissociating in a reversible manner into its component A and B. So, how to define the equilibrium constant for given expression? Equilibrium constant K is simply defined as the ratio of product of molar concentration of product. Here our product is AB. So, ratio of product of molar concentration of product to the product of molar concentration of reactant. This is what we learned in 11th standard about the equilibrium constant. Right now we have the two species, a weak acid and weak base. Weak acid is generally symbolized by Ha, which dissociate in reversible manner, produces the two ions H plus A minus, and the weak base BOH is also dissociated in a reversible manner into the two components B plus and OH. If we are going to apply the same concept for the weak acid and weak base, the expression becomes the ratio of product of molar concentration of product, or product is H plus and A minus here, to the molar concentration of reactant HA. Similarly, for weak base, the ratio of product of molar concentration of product to the molar concentration of reactant. So for all three expressions, for substance AB, for substance HA, and for substance BOH, we apply only the concept of equilibrium constant. But equilibrium constant for weak acid K is represented by symbol Ka. So Ka is the equilibrium constant of weak acid, right now called as the dissociation constant. For weak acid, similarly the equilibrium constant of weak base is a K, replaced by the new term Kb called the dissociation constant for weak base. It simply means that if we are going to summarize the concept, the equilibrium constant of weak acid is nothing but the dissociation constant of weak acid, and the equilibrium constant of weak base is nothing but the dissociation constant for weak base. So now we are going to talk about the next concept, Ostwald dilution law for weak acid. Suppose HA is a substance which is a weak acid, dissociated in reversible manner into the two components H plus A minus. We have to focus on the three important conditions. Initial number of moles. The second thing is that number of moles at equilibrium. And third thing is that concentration at equilibrium. Suppose initially we have taken 1 mole of HA. Out of 1 mole of HA, the number of moles of a product, that is H plus and minus are 0, because it is only initial condition. But when equilibrium is attained, when the rate of forward reaction is equal to rate of backward reaction, suppose alpha is the number of moles of products are formed, then the number of moles of reactant left behind is the 1 minus alpha. So these are the number of moles of product and reactant at equilibrium. So when number of moles of product and number of moles of reactant are divided by corresponding volume, we got a concentration. A concentration at equilibrium. So the concentration at equilibrium of number of H plus ion is alpha upon volume, A minus is alpha upon volume, and number of moles of H at equilibrium is 1 minus alpha upon volume. In an earlier stage of the chapter, we talk about the equilibrium constant of weak acid. Equilibrium constant of weak acid is given by symbol K. It is nothing but the dissociation constant of weak acid. It is the ratio of product of molar concentration of product H plus A minus to the molar concentration of reactant HA. Now we are going to fill up all this concentration term from this expression. So expression of Ka becomes dissociation constant K becomes concentration of H plus ion at equilibrium is a alpha upon V. Similarly, the concentration of A minus ion at equilibrium is alpha upon V. And the concentration of undissociated HA molecule, undissociated reactant HA at equilibrium is 1 minus alpha upon V. So, by solving this equation, it becomes alpha square upon V square and V upon 1 minus alpha. So we are going to cancel one V from this equation. So Ka becomes K is equal to alpha square upon V into 1 minus alpha. But point is that alpha is a degree of dissociation for weak acid, and everybody knows that the alpha is a very less than 1 for weak acid. Therefore, 1 minus alpha is a nearly equal to 1. Let's put this 1 minus alpha by 1. So equation becomes Ka is equal to alpha square upon V. So alpha square is equal to Ka into V. If you are going to take the root of both sides, alpha is equal to under root of Ka into under root of V. This is a K is a constant term. So this equality sign can be replaced by the proportionality sign. Alpha is proportional to square root of V. Also we know that the V is nothing but the 1 upon C. Therefore, alpha is proportional to 1 upon under root of C. So this is what Ostwald dilution law. What is Ostwald dilution law? Alpha is nothing but the degree of dissociation, and V is nothing but the volume, and C is nothing but the concentration. So we simply define as the degree of dissociation of weak acid is directly proportional to square root of its volume or inversely proportional to square root of its concentration. It's all about the Ostwald dilution law for weak acid. After the discussion of Ostwald dilution law for weak acid, right now we are going to talk about the Ostwald dilution law for weak base. The theme of an concept remains same, but instead of HA, we are going to take the weak base as a BOH. As BOH is a weak base, it is dissociate reversibly into the two components B plus and OH minus. So number of moles initial. Suppose initially we have taken number of moles of reactant BOH is a 1. So B plus and OH minus remains 0. What number of moles at an equilibrium? Out of 1 mole of BOH taken initially, alpha is the degree of dissociation takes place at equilibrium. So BOH remains 1 minus alpha. When this number of moles are divided by their volume, we got a concentration at equilibrium. The volume of all the three species remains same. So alpha upon V, and 1 minus alpha upon V are the corresponding concentration of product and reactant at equilibrium. In the earlier stage of chapter, we did talk about the dissociation constant. K is the symbol for dissociation constant of weak acid. So similarly, Kb is the symbol for dissociation constant of weak base. It is defined as the product of molar concentration of product B plus OH minus to the molar concentration of reactant, that is BOH. Again, I am going to revise the concept. Dissociation constant of weak base is defined as ratio of product of molar concentration of product to the molar concentration of reactant. Now the molar concentration term we have calculated here, we are going to put this value in this equation. So equation becomes concentration of B plus at equilibrium is alpha upon V. Concentration of OH minus ion at equilibrium is alpha upon V. And concentration of undissociated BOH molecule at equilibrium is a 1 minus alpha upon V. So by just simplifying this expression, it becomes alpha square upon V square 1 minus alpha. Alpha square upon V square upon 1 minus alpha upon V. So by reversing this expression, Kb becomes alpha square upon V square into V upon 1 minus alpha. So 1 V get cancelled. So expression right now becomes alpha square V into 1 minus alpha. But everybody knows that alpha is degree of dissociation. Alpha will be very less than 1 for weak base. That's the value of 1 minus alpha is nearly equal to 1. So expression of the modification becomes Kb is equal to alpha square upon V. Therefore, alpha square is equal to Kb into V. By taking the square root of both sides, alpha is equal to under root of Kb into under root of V. But Kb is a constant term, so we can replace the equality sign into the proportionality sign. So alpha is a proportional to under root of V, or alpha is proportional to 1 upon under root of C, because of V is equal to 1 upon C. So this is the expression for Ostwald dilution of our weak base. We can define the Ostwald dilution of our weak base likewise. What is alpha? Alpha is called the degree of dissociation. So degree of dissociation of weak base, again listen, degree of dissociation of weak base is directly proportional to square root of its volume, or inversely proportional to square root of its concentration. This is what the Ostwald dilution of a weak base. Guys, it is interesting to know that the pure water is a bad conductor of electricity. You might be surprised by listening that why the pure water is bad conductor of electricity. Everybody heard that the electricity can be passes through the water, but the pure water, I am talking about the pure water, the water which do not contain any kind of sand, is a bad conductor of electricity. The reason behind is that the molar concentration of H plus ion and molar concentration of OH minus ion in the pure water is equal to 10 raised to minus 7 mole per liter. It means that at 298 K, dissociation of pure water is taken to a very less extent. But suppose we are going to consider the dissociation of pure water likewise, H plus plus OH minus. As from the starting of the chapter, we are using only one constant, equilibrium constant. For the given expression, we are applying the concept of equilibrium constant. Equilibrium constant K is defined as the ratio of product of molar concentration of molecule to the molar concentration of reactant. But everybody knows that the molar concentration of H plus ion and OH minus ion is 10 raised to minus 7 mole per liter, means the pure water dissociates in a very less extent. It simply means that at equilibrium the concentration of water remains constant. We can symbolize like K dash. So expression becomes K is equal to H plus into OH minus upon K dash. K dash indicating the concentration of the water remains constant due to its very less dissociation. So expression after the modification becomes K into K dash H plus into OH minus. So K is a constant, equilibrium constant, K dash is a constant. So we got a new constant from the product Kw, H plus into OH minus. So this term Kw is called as ionic product of water. And ionic product of water is simply defined as the product of molar concentration of H plus ion and molar concentration of OH minus ion at the equilibrium of pure water. I am just going to put the value of their concentration at equilibrium. So Kw is equal to concentration of H plus is a 10 raised to minus 7, OH minus is a 10 raised to minus 7. So Kw at equilibrium becomes 10 raised to minus 14 mole per liter. These are the ionic product of water. So guys, let's talk about the next concept of this chapter, pH and pOH. pH scale is generally used to decide the acidic and basic nature of the substance. The value of pH scale is varies between the 1 to 40. The pH lies between the 1 to 7. It is acidic in nature. If pH lies between 7 to 40, it is a basic in nature. If the pH is exactly 7, it is a neutral in nature. But what is pH itself? Let's talk about the concept. pH is simply defined as, let's see again. pH is defined as a negative logarithm to the base 10 of H plus ion concentration. It is called the pH. Similarly, let's talk about the pOH. The negative logarithm to the base 10 of OH minus ion concentration is called as pOH. So the expression of pH and pOH is a definition of pH and pOH itself. Again listen, pH is defined as negative logarithm to the base 10 of H plus ion concentration is called as the pH. and negative logarithm to the base 10 of OH minus and concentration is called as a pH. Let's talk about the relationship between the pH and pOH. As we talk about the ionic product of water, the product of H plus ion and OH minus and concentration at equilibrium of pure water is called the ionic product of water. So, product of molar concentration of H plus ion and OH minus ion at equilibrium is called the ionic product of water. Everybody knows that the value of Kw is equal to 10 raised to minus 14. So we are going to put this value in this expression. So our expression becomes H plus into OH minus ion is equal to 10 raised to minus 14. It is nothing but the ionic product of water. Now we are going to take the logarithm of the both the sides. Log of 10 of H plus ion, OH minus ion, and here also a log of 10 of 10 raised to minus 15. Let's use some basic rules of logarithm here. Log of a into b is nothing but the log of a plus log of b. So expression becomes log of 10 of h plus log of 10 of OH minus is equal to log of a raised to b called the b log a. So minus 14 into log of 10 of 10. Let's multiply by negative sign on the both the side. So expression becomes minus log of 10 of H plus ion plus minus log of 10 of OH minus ion and minus 14 and log of 10 values of 1. So negative logarithm to the base 10 of H plus ion is called the pH. So this term is replaced by pH plus negative logarithm to the base 10 of OH minus ion is called the pOH. So this term is replaced by pOH. So pH plus pOH minus plus becomes a 14. This is called the relationship between pH and pOH. That is 14.